Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I hope that this day finds you well. Today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Yeah, so for those of you who are new to the channel, haven't been here before, welcome. I hope you like what you see here and decide to stick around. I hope that the messages find some type of significance with you, and or I should say you find some significance in the message, so on and so forth. um, that's always my hope. And you decide to, maybe hit that subscribe button, that like button, show support to the channel, and be a part of the family here that we're starting to build. um, hey Margaret, how are you? Yeah, so those of you who have been rocking with your girl for a bit, welcome back. Margaret's been here a few times. Welcome back. And thank you for the continued support. So with that said, I greatly appreciate everybody who ends up popping in, even if it's just for a moment. I do hope that this is like your cup of tea and something that you're interested in once I start getting into the readings. As you saw in the pinned comment as well as the title, this is another pick an emoji reading. We've been having some success with those, so I want to keep the momentum going with that. Hey, blessings, how are you? So when it comes to the emojis to pick from today, there are three today. There's an earthworm, a tulip or a flower, whatever you want to call it, and fire. So what I'll also be doing, for those of you, if you pop in right now and you can't stay, excuse me, but want to come back at another time, I'm gonna have timestamps available in the comment section at the like after it's posted. So I'm gonna make sure I record that for you guys so that way you can always come and revisit the reading. So with all that said, um, so yeah, this is going to be a talking about the full moon that we just had. It literally just happened. The energy does persist though for up to 7 days, so you might still be feeling some of the effects of that. And this particular full moon is interesting because this is the full worm moon, and it is about basically, getting out of stagnation and getting a sense of clarity. Is about a little bit of like emotional purging. A lot of different things are happening. There's movement moving forward. So, if you felt kind of stuck, this is why, you might feel a shift happening. Um, and there's like significance of even the name because of the fact that the ground is thawing out and stuff like that. So that's how like farmers and stuff would be like, oh, it's time for for us to create a new healthy crop essentially. So with all that said, I don't want to give too much of a spiel because don't want to lose too many people that quick. But yeah, nonetheless, we're gonna get started. So again, the emojis that you can pick from are the earthworm, the tulip, or the flower. And I am hot all of a sudden. It is a warmer day here in Connecticut, so it makes sense that I'm a little bit hot. I'm gonna get some air up in here, get a little of a breeze coming through. Um, yeah, remove the stagnant energy, right? So yeah, we're gonna get started. So the first pile or emoji that we're gonna read for is going to be the excuse me, the earthworm. So I have some questions that I have here prepared for a spread, and I will read those cards for each of the different emojis, and I might even do like a quick little collective message at the end of all of this as well. We'll see how I feel. So let me just, because I did say I want to make sure I write down all the timestamps. All right, so for those of you who picked the earthworm, your time to shine is now. So we're going to put 4:30 as the start time for the worm. The early word gets the early bird gets the worm is what I just heard. All right, so let's get started for you guys. So I kind of just was scribing like some ideas and getting ideas from like online, and then I was creating my own questions. So I have like a little spread here. So the first question that we're going to ask is going to be that of, and this is going to be the same format for each reading I do. Um, what has been frozen and stagnant for you guys. Those who, like I said, this is now going to be looking into the worm. Those of you who picked the worm. So what has been frozen and stagnant for those who picked the worm spirit? There's the most accurate messages, please and thank you. I did cleanse the space to myself and all that good stuff. Um, I usually let you guys know that in advance, but yeah, I kind of wanted to just tap in. Didn't want to wait too long. Yeah, so those who picked the worm, what is going on when it comes to that? What has been frozen or stagnant for those who picked the worm? You guys are probably like, why would you put a worm as one of the emojis? Wow. It is literally called the full the full worm moon, so why not, right? One more shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so on the bottom of the deck, we do have the High Priestess. So some of you might feel like your intuition has been off. It is in the reverse. So I want to make sure that the other cards are not in the reverse. They're actually kind of mixed up. So I'm going to take it as it came out. Your intuition might feel a little bit off. That could be one of the things that are blocked at this time. It's feeling kind of like I'm getting like a mental fog kind of thing for some. But yeah, that's just on the bottom of the deck. But we're going to pull the actual card to see what's going on with that. Thank you, Spirit. Huh, okay. You guys you're not resting. That's for sure. Those of you who picked the worm, you're not resting enough. That's one of the things that has been kind of an issue. And when you're not resting, that's going to cause you to have blockages everywhere, right? Including your intuition, including I'm getting headaches for some people who end up resonating with the those who picked the worm. Yeah. There's something that you guys are maybe struggling to let go and release. Like you know you need to do it, but you just have been like in such a mental fog, and I'm getting like a little bit of a teeter totter about thing too, and that could be the thing that could be causing you to stay stuck and stagnant because you're like on the fence about something, and it's like, well, this is the time to act, rather than just stay where you are. Yeah, it could be a partnership, it could be business related, it could be work related. I'm getting work related for some. It's going to be different for everybody, so please take the messages as they resonate. Let's dive a little bit deeper. So what could be awakening at this time for those who picked the worm? A lot of noise is going on. I'm hearing like maybe that's how you guys are feeling. Or scatterbrain. Are you feeling like there's a lot of stuff going on all at one time? A lot of stuff going on all at one time is what I'm picking up on. Like really fast paced. All of a sudden, I just felt like fast paced, like just always on the go, but never enough time. That makes sense. Never enough time to rest. Um, so interesting. Okay, yeah, let's get that card. But that's the energy I felt just now for somebody. Very interesting. Keep in mind, being that these are pick an emoji, sometimes what can happen is like, you might not resonate with the one that you picked, and then you could resonate with another one. It happens to me even all the time. So, confirmation as I say that. um, so you might want to even watch the other ones too at a later time and see. Yeah, remember I said like teeter tottering? Like you guys are realizing you can't keep on teeter tottering. That's what you're understanding and realizing, right? That's what you're kind of coming into the sense of understanding and awakening about. You're realizing you can't be on the fence about stuff much longer. You have to start taking action and going towards what it is that you want. And if the reason why you've been kind of, getting like, erring on the side of precaution, it's like I get it, but spirit is like, yeah, you're realizing a little bit you can't stay in this energy, right? This stuck energy where, you know, you're constantly like, but oh well, this happened in the past, so I don't think I want to do that. And it's like, well, no, if you keep on doing, yeah, it will keep you stuck. It will keep you from that desire to, move forward and make choices. Your choices are always going to be kind of scattered. Get out of your emotions. I believe we're in Pisces season right now, so it makes sense. But yeah, emotions are running high, and I did say something about like emotional purge too. I did mention that right in the beginning of the reading, like as a just a prerequisite almost. Um, that's not the right word, but like that's what I just heard. Um, yeah, like you guys are understanding that you can't be in that energy. Okay, so what truth is rising to the surface at this time for those who picked the earthworm? Wrench. I don't have my glasses on, sorry. Hania or Hanaya. This is a pick an emoji reading, my love. So right now I'm not answering personal questions, but if you look at the pinned comment, there are some emojis there that you can pick from. Right now I'm doing the earthworm. So if you want to if you want to pick an emoji and you can stick around and see if the message resonates when I get to that particular reading. You can always come back at a later time if that's better for you as well. Whatever you prefer. I also see Vanilla and Pie is here. Hello, hello. Welcome back. um, but yeah, what is awakening now? Yeah, I think you guys are starting to realize slowly but surely, you're getting there, you're figuring it out. You're realizing that you can't, like, when your emotions come in, some of you guys might have major, like, water sign energy. I'm picking up on that possibly for someone. Um, for those of you who picked the earthworm. Like, I'm kind of getting that you guys are starting to realize like there's this inner conflict when it comes to your emotions and what you actually want or the circumstances and situations that happen around you as well. There's just a disconnect and you're kind of realizing like this doesn't match up to what I want or where I'm trying to go. And now you're realizing, okay, well, the only way that I can kind of release that is by not allowing my emotions to get to the best of me. I'm getting like a sense of practicality, a little bit of emotional purging, which we already discussed and talked about even before I started reading. Um, yeah, getting those emotions in order because there's something going on with that. I keep on saying it like emotions, emotions, emotions. There's something, throat chakra, there's something riding on that. Um, you know, I'm getting that it is kind of stifling you a little bit and keeping you, feeling like, maybe you can't say what you need to say because, there's emotions attached to it and you don't want to hurt people's feelings and things like that. Or it could be relationships and circumstances that are really dear to the heart. But the thing is, it's like, there's that inner conflict that you also have where it's like, that there's things that you want to do or say, but you're not doing and saying those things. Hope that makes sense. And it's like, you can't, Spirit is saying right now, with this energy that we're in with this particular full moon, you have to like let that go, right? All right. So with that said, what needs to be released? That's a nice little segue. What needs to be released? Random start. I'm very convinced my cat is a Pisces. I thought she was a Taurus. No, I think because I don't know. I got her from off the street practically. Somebody's cat had kittens and they were getting rid of the cats. I actually don't know my daughter's birthday, but I'm starting to wonder. Ren, you do act really, 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 really crazy during the full moons and stuff. You could be a Pisces. Um, or a water sign, aka a Pisces, because I know you're either a Taurus or a Pisces for sure. Anywho, yeah, like in terms of what needs to be released, there's this like barrier around yourself, which makes sense. But the barrier comes from a place of emotion, which we were already talking about, right? And that's one thing that could cause a sense of stagnation. So, yeah, it's like it could come from like past relationships, like even possibly romantic relationships, where you removed yourself from that, and now you're just kind of in this little bubble. But it's like you don't want anybody to go pop, and it's I get it, trust me, but you can't stay stuck in that energy. You have to allow yourself to move forward, right? That's why I was picking up on teeter totter. Like I said that very early on in this particular reading. I said teeter tottering back and forth, not knowing what you want to do, having a hard time figuring it all out. Drop the guard just a tad, right? You could be, cognizant of the fact that, you want to be protective of yourself and your space and all of that without being overly emotional. I hope that makes sense. Um, Ren, stop it. Um, where is growth going to start to begin? Where will you guys start to see growth happening? Yeah, cut it out, Ren. You're definitely a fucking Pisces. I should do a reading on you. Ooh, ooh, oh, okay, okay, spirit, come with it. All right, I like that for you guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune, along with the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, both of them, by the way. Like you guys are like you're on a good path here. It's just don't let your that inner conflict, especially things that are attached to your emotions, don't let those things get the best of you, because there's a lot of potential here for you to continue on the up and up when it comes to growth. You know, for some of you, you might even like I did pick up on a possibility of this was a romantic thing, and that could be where that um resistance comes in. We have the Hierophant here on the bottom of the deck too. The other message I'm getting, however, is making sure that the things that kind of hold your interest and stuff like that are also things that align with your core values. That's the other thing I'm getting to. But this looks good. Like, yeah, like get out of your head, man. you, you're in your head, you're in your emotions. It's like you got to figure out a balance. Is what I'm kind of getting. You gotta find that balance so you could start anew with this Fool card here. There's nothing wrong with being a thinker, but look, the king, this is why I said get out of your head. The king of pentacles, I mean the king of swords rather, is in the reverse, 1818, when I said that. So it's like the king of swords is somebody who's very, he's very thoughtful, he's a planner, you know so on and so forth. But the thing is, if it's in the reverse, that's somebody who overthinks. Let's move past that, right? We don't want to be stuck in that energy. Yeah, if you're stuck on the things that happened already, the things from the past, like it's time to remove yourself from that energy, because there are things that are about to start happening and shifting. And it's like, okay, well, if you stay in that stuck energy, hence why we're talking about letting go of the stagnation throughout this reading. Like, well, you don't want to stay where you were. um We're still on the earthworm. I'm almost done with it. We're going to pull one more card for the earthworm. Um, how can those who pick the earthworm, how can they align with this new cycle that they're about to come into? I am getting something about throat chakra. Um, Hearing chirping. Birds are starting to come back around over here in this area, at least in Connecticut. I saw geese and stuff at my job, and some other little birdies flying around, and the kids were like, "Oh, look at the birds!" It was really cute. They were all in the window. I should have took a picture. So cute. um, yeah, this is about partnerships and possibly romance. It's like I'm getting like In order for you to kind of welcome in this shift and change that's about to come towards you or can come towards you, I'm also getting, make sure that you partner up with self. Get in alignment with yourself, which has been a theme a lot lately. Yeah, when you take this leap of faith, the more in tune you are with yourself, it's the more in tune you become with being able to be ready for partnerships. Because if you're still focused on the past, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to keep you stuck. So we don't want that, right? Yeah. If you're trying to go towards your overall happiness, the sun here, like, yeah, it's definitely time to let go of the past, move on towards the future, and go from there. Let's get one more. The last message, possibly for the collective, not the collective. Sorry, the those who picked the earthworm. And then we're gonna move on to the tulip or the flower emoji. I know a lot of people felt connected to that one, so that one might get a little bit more traction. Queen of Swords, you got to be able to know how to be decisive about what it is that you want and go after it. 2121. Like, you can't be wishy washy, right? And that was the energy I picked up on like very early on. I was like, I'm getting wishy washy, I'm getting back and forth. And the reason why is because those emotions come in and, they could kind of cloud your judgment. And yeah, and then again, it makes it hard for you to make decisions. That same card is coming full circle. Like, it makes it hard to make those decisions. It's time to move forward. Okay, time to move forward. There will be success and victory, but allow it to happen, right? So I do hope that those of you who picked the Earthworm card, I hope that you got something out of that message. I hope it was meaningful. If not, then you might want to check out the other messages too. You never know. Sometimes, you'll pick one and be like, it wasn't really my story. I didn't really resonate with that. It happens. Even me as a reader myself, and I watch, tarot and stuff. There are times where I'm like, that wasn't really my message. And then, sometimes you go and you watch, another one, you'd be like, oh no, that was my story. It happens. It's not foolproof at all. But you use your intuition and then you kind of go towards what you're drawn to. So the next one is going to be the tulip. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna take a sip of water, and my water bottle happens to be all the way on the other side of the room. So give me 1 second, guys. All right, got my water. Took a sip of it already. That definitely helped because my throat chakra was, whew. In general, like my throat has been like so dry, in my mouth too. I'm just like, ugh, it's annoying. Like I was at work and like I had to use my asthma pump. It's like I think it's like a little asthma kind of thing going on for me. Anywho, all right, so we're gonna go to the tulip or the flower. We are gonna say that this is starting at 2415. 2415. For those of you who picked the tulip. All right, so we're gonna get started. The deck that I felt inclined to assign to you guys is this one. And yeah, we're gonna, like I said, it's gonna be like just the same questions, seeing what you guys need to know at this time. So all right, so I'm gonna do some shuffles and then we're gonna get started. All right, Spirit, actually, where is my bell? Real quick, clear out the energy from the previous reading. Make sure, you have that clean energy going forward for each one. All right. Like I said, those of you who have just been watching just like in a leisurely way, like, let's just see what happens. I hope that even then, like, I hope that you got a message from something, because, like, sometimes that happens too when you watch these types of readings. You don't have to, stick to just one. Sometimes you might get called to watch more than one of these and be like, oh shit, wow, I resonate with more than one of these readings. It happens. Like I said, it happens to me all the time. All right, so before we even really get started, this is interesting because this was the same energy from the other one, the high priestess, but was in the reverse. So you guys might be very, very spiritually inclined, very intuitive individuals. Um, you know, there's like maybe like an inner knowing about something, so on and so forth. Not sure where this is gonna go just yet, but the fact that very similar energy is on the bottom of the deck, and we use two different decks for two different readings at this point, I'm like, there could be a connection, could be like a piggyback. So we shall see. So spirit, like I said, I already cleansed again the energy to start this particular reading. This is for the tulip or the flower emoji. Those of you picked that one. Yeah, so we're gonna start with asking same questions as the other deck, or the other emoji rather. What has been frozen or stagnant for this particular group, spirit? Those who picked the tulip. Ooh. So money. It tried to sneak back into the deck. I'm like, I saw you. Sirens in the background. You might not be able to hear it. It might be a little bit too far. But money might be the thing that's been a little bit funny lately for some of you. Something with career and finance is what I'm kind of getting. I don't know if you guys can hear the siren. It's a little bit in the distance, but you might be able to hear it. Can y'all hear that? It might be too far for you guys to pick it up on here, but nonetheless, yeah, I'm getting like there's been a lot of disappointments when it comes to and yeah, overall, just like I'm over it. I don't want to deal with my job anymore, or certain career path or something like that. It could be like the company that you work for. You're just like, fuck this shit, something like that, maybe. Yeah, and for somebody, that is the truth. um, yeah, so it's like there's, that's two aces there, by the way. So it's like, there's a stuckness when it comes, stuckness is probably not really a word, right? Stagnation, when it comes to maybe where you are in terms of your career and finance. Trying to balance it all out with this temperance, trying to find a sense of peace, harmony, and balance within the flow of what is the work world, right? Um, I'm gonna just say something really quick. I'm gonna try to be quick about it because I know, like, people are like, get to the fucking point. I want my reading. Um, but I do like use examples and stuff throughout my readings. This is how I read. But like today, when because I haven't been driving my car because it needs to be repaired after it got broken into twice. I've been afraid to drive it because like there's like wiring and stuff that's wonky, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need something to happen while I'm driving. No, thank you. So point being, I haven't been driving my car because I'm scared. So with that said, I've been taking a lot of Ubers, and today the driver who picks me up from work, he was like, "Oh, this is school. This is a school for special needs, right?" And I was like, thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't think I've ever had him as a driver before. I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? He's like, oh, I dropped off a couple of other people here. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he was like, my ear just started ringing. He's like, well, I really commend what you do. Like, that's not about talent. That's about grit and dedication. I was like, you can say that part again. He's like, I hope that you're appreciated for what you do. And I was like, I was like, let's put it this way. I'm not there for the money, and I'm not there for the recognition. I'm there for my students, and I love them. They're like my babies. So he was like, well, I hope that, how did he word it? He was like, I hope that one day the amount of effort that people put into doing that kind of line of work and the finances could eventually make sense and pair up. And I was like, damn. Yeah, there's a stuck energy of knowing that you need to walk away, but you won't. Right? So, a stuck energy makes sense. So I just felt like, saying that where, money might be a little bit funny. Like you might enjoy what you do, but you're not getting compensated fairly. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. I'm sorry, I just want to see something real quick. Yeah, see, this is why I always like to look at the comments just to see if it's actually inappropriate. Because they'll say something's inappropriate, and I'm like, what the hell is inappropriate about that? um, Vanilla and spicier thing just got flagged. I'm like, why? Why did they say it was inappropriate? That you used to teach special education. That's what I do. And I'm just like, what? So weird. So I'm happy I looked at the comment because I'm like, I appreciate you because you're here. Yeah, it's so weird because like my own boyfriend has got flags on here a couple of times for calling me gorgeous, and I'm like, what? That's so weird. Like, what the hell is happening? But yeah, nonetheless, yeah. So you understand? No, you don't have to delete it. I let it be shown because I was able to look at it to verify that it was appropriate. So no, you don't have to delete it. It's fine. It is perfectly fine. It's not inappropriate at all. But yeah, YouTube is like super sensitive sometimes. I'm like, bro, this is why people like get demonetized and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, get it together. But yeah. So you understand then, like that's probably why we click, right? Yeah. So you work with special needs or have worked with special needs as well. Like that's what I do. Day in and day out. That's my job. So not day in and day out. That's not true. But 40 hours a week. Yeah, that's my job. But they're always on my mind. Even like I'm talking about them right now, right? It's like when I'm at work, I'm like, oh well, so and so did this. I was so excited. They went pee pee on the potty, and I'm so excited. Like, oh my god, I'm like mommy slash teacher all day, every day. Like I get so excited when they do stuff. But anyway, let's get back to the reading. I'm sorry, guys. Once I start talking about what I do, like I love my students, so I get a little bit carried away. I'm sorry. All right, so back to the reading. I apologize. So what is awakening right now? Oops, too many cards. Way too many. Jesus. What is awakening right now? I did see the judgment card try to come out though. For those who picked the tulip or the flower, clears the most accurate message for them, please and thank you. What is awakening right now? Nice. The Chariot. The Chariot. So I think there is this recognition of knowing that you need to move forward from something. I'm getting like a sense of success after completion. Yeah. I'm definitely getting something about money. So because we have a lot of pentacles showing up too. So 6 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. So it's like you're going the Magician on the top. It's like you're going towards the things that you've manifested. So if it doesn't align with that, you're like, fuck that. I'm seizing new opportunities, baby. Fuck that. Knight of Swords, like, seizing new opportunities, going towards where you feel guided to go. I will say this in confirmation as I'm saying it, as my phone goes off at the same exact time, more than once now. Just don't. Okay, yep, exactly. Don't be hasty with your decisions. Yes, move on, right? But have a plan is what I'm kind of getting. Like don't go, I just heard don't go chasing waterfalls. You know what I mean? Don't be like, "Ooh, I'm just going to go for it." Like don't no. You have to have a plan. It's funny because I'm a Sagittarius and like you would think by nature I'm like fuck that. I'm just gonna go for it. And like, no, I'm very pragmatic in that way. I'm a Gemini through and through on the inside. I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, and I'm like, I don't act like a Sagittarius at all. I do not make rash decisions. At least not anymore. Maybe in my 20s I did, but like no, I'm in my 40s now. No, thank you. I'm very very particular, and I plan things out. I research and stuff like that's. I think what Spirit's trying to say there. Like, make sure you research and you think things through thoroughly before you go making decisions. Don't just go jumping the gun. Is what I'm kind of getting here. But you do know that it's time to move forward, right? Just not hastily. Difference. Um, no rash decisions. No. Like I'm getting like if like the Knight of Wands were to show up, we'll be like no. Or the Knight of Swords, no. That's not the energy we want to be in, right? We want to be in like the Knight of Pentacles, maybe, where it's like a little bit more like, okay, I thought this through. I took my time to get here, right? And it's going to be a lot more worth your while doing it that way than just being like, fuck this, I'm just going to go do it. Like, who got to stop me? You know what I mean? You ever seen people like that? Like, oh, I'm going to go, like, go do parkour and I'm super drunk. Like, that's a terrible idea. You're going to fucking break your neck. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy? Maybe. Little tap it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, don't do that. Don't be that person. So you guys know my rationale / examples could be a little bit, weird because I'm weird. So excuse me. I appreciate you guys for appreciating my shenanigans and being okay with them and still sticking around. Because you guys know I'm a little bit of a nut. I'm definitely my daddy's daughter, man. My God, I love that man. All right, so what is the truth rising right now to the surface for this group, those who picked the tulip? What's the truth rising? Because there is a lot of energy about truth and clarity for this particular full moon. That card like did I was joking about like parkour. That's like what it did in my hand or out of my hand. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell it was supposed. Yeah, it was supposed to fall out like this. Yep, there we go. So it's like, they're saying, what's rising to the surface is the fact that, and it came out this way for a reason. You guys know, hey, yes, I remember you. How you doing? Welcome back. Excuse me. So you guys are recognizing, those of you who picked the tulip, you're recognizing, I heard the ear of your ways. So like, there is definitely like a disconnect between knowing what it is that you want and where you're trying to go versus the things that are still kind of holding you back, holding you down, keeping you feeling bound, and you're releasing that. So the fact that that is kind of, the thing that, you're awakening to, that's a really good thing. Is showing that there's a sense of, I heard the word maturity. There's maturity, there's growth, because you're realizing that there are things that you are needing to move forward from. If it's not keeping you in a positive space in your life, it's got to go. If it's not aligned, it must go, right? Yeah, closing out those cycles with completion, right? Successful completion. Did I not say that when I when I drew the chariot? I said that those were my exact words. I was like, there's a sense of successful completion, and there you go. Confirmation, right? Successful completion. That's what the world represents. And yeah, Yasa, no, I'm not doing personals today. This is just like a pick an emoji. So right now there's 3 emojis in the pinned comment there. There's the earthworm, which I already completed. If you wanted to rewind and check that out, if you resonate, if you feel connected to that one. I'm currently working on the tulip or the flower. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely put the timestamps. So if you want to come back another time and check it out, you can. If you want to stick around just to see if there's any messages in general for you, could do that as well. So that's all up to you, you know. Let me know what you would prefer to do. But yeah, no personals tonight. um, we have Three of Pentacles here on the top. Yeah, so it's definitely giving like, you know, this negative energy around like a work environment. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You're so welcome, darling. You're so welcome. I'm just appreciative of you coming back. Definitely appreciate you. I hope that your reading the other night was helpful and resonated. You know, could let people know in the comments. Be like, she's the real deal, guys. I got a reading from her the other night, and it was great. Just saying. Let me stop. Just mess with you. All right. So let's see. Um, so what still needs to be released at this time for those who picked the tulip? What still needs to be released? Thank you. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so we have Four of Wands. Very interesting. There goes that siren again. King of Cups. All of a sudden, I started shaking my foot. I don't know if any of you guys have little like nervous ticks that you do, like when you're anxious. You like shake your foot or your leg, play with your fingers, play with like a ring. I'm getting something like that. Have a fidget in your pocket. Let me know if that resonates with anybody. Um, I just got super fidgety all of a sudden. I was fine. Um, but yeah, like it could be something with like family dynamics. I also felt like going like this, like cowering down, like maybe you don't want to disappoint somebody who you really care about. Could be like a family member, possibly a male figure. You just like you're like, if I do this, then I'm gonna let this person down. Let me know if that resonates for anyone. But the thing is, it's like you have to put an ending to whatever this is. And I think that's where the disconnect kind of also comes in, because it's like if there's somebody or something going on where there's like this attachment emotionally, it makes it that much more difficult. Could be a piggyback off of the last reading, but I'm picking up on something different though in terms of like the vibe overall. You might still resonate with that reading too, though. If you want to check it out. Those who did the Earthworm one, you might want to look into that. But yeah, because like the Four of Wands usually represents foundation, right? Home. Um, like I'm getting like there's something very foundational here. Like I'm getting like for somebody, and this has shown up in readings as of lately in general. Give me 1 second, guys. Like my nose is running like really bad. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be gross or anything. Um, I'm sorry. I hate blowing my nose in front of people. I don't need to be having like boogers hanging out of my nose. Y'all be like, damn, bitch, you don't know how to blow your nose? You work with kids? Let me stop. Well, it's not nose Roscoe from Martin and shit. No, thank you. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm just kind of picking up on like there's something very like foundational happening. So this could be like, you know, family members that might kind of make you feel like you have to keep on doing something. I don't know if you work with family or something like that, or work in a field where family like kind of directed you to work. That's very specific. It's not gonna be for everybody, but like I am picking up on something somewhat like that for someone. Let me know if that resonates for any of you though that did pick this particular emoji, the tulips. Tulip. Tulips. Interesting. Tulip. um anyway, where can this particular group expect to see some growth happening in their life? Where's growth about to start to happen for them? Thank you, sir. Ooh, see? A lot of like Well, I was gonna say pineapples. That's so weird. Pineapples. It's not what I wanted to say, but I wanted to say pinnacles. But I don't know if like they wanted me to say that as like a way to kind of like take away attention from this just for a second, like for a laugh or something. Like maybe it's getting a little too somber. But like I heard that, I'm like, really, spirit guides, you guys are funny. But yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles, so it's like there will be this improvement in terms of your independence and your wealth. Um, but you have to take that leap of faith, right? That leap of faith is very, 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 very important. And there will be success and victory. A very good possibility of it, in fact, with the Six of Wands here. So I'm getting like raises, I'm getting promotions. Yeah. Another thing I picked up on just now, like literally just now, is you might have worked for like maybe a particular company for a very long time, and that could be where like that familial energy comes from. It's like you've been working with somebody for so long or people for so long, and I know how that feels. Like to know that it's time to kind of move on. It's a really really difficult position to be in because you don't want to, but you know you have to. And yeah, that's energy that's been kind of showing up throughout other readings too lately. If you want to go check out other content, like literally within the past few days, energy like that has also shown up. So I'm just saying, yeah, like it could be something with like a terrible boss. You know, it could be something with like a terrible boss with this emperor in the reverse. And it's like you might have to kind of rid yourself and free your energy of that. Okay. Let me know if it resonates because this is definitely given like career and finance energy. And we've been doing, or seeing that type of energy popping up. It really coincides with other readings I've done recently within the past few days. Um, so what for this last message for the Tulip crew? Um, How can they align with this new cycle? How can they align with this new cycle? Thank you. Hmm. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's kind of giving me like the way that you will align with this is like take a risk, take a little bit of a gamble. Allow, for certain cycles to just close out. If you know it doesn't work, it doesn't serve you, close out that cycle so that you could turn that wheel in a new direction. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the star is here. Allow, yourself to shine, your talents to shine. If you feel like you've been feeling, that's a lot of your stagnation because you haven't been able to be as creative and stuff like that, and like take lead on projects and things like that. If you feel like your gifts and talents are going, without being seen, it's time to kind of branch out a bit, right? You don't want to stay in those kind of situations. Yeah, you might be feeling a little bit lonely and stuff like that, and but don't let fear be the thing that stops you from moving forward. Yeah, because it's time to level up. It's time to boss up, baby. The Empress. That's how y'all showing up. That's how y'all showing up. Isn't it the next zodiac sign anyway? Right, we're in Pisces energy right now. I think the next one is the Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. You about to show up in that energy? Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. Excuse me. So that looks good. Let's get one more message. Whatever you want to tell those who pick the tulip or the flower. One last message. Thank you. Nine of Cups. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Not only what brings you that sense of financial independence, but also what makes you happy. And I don't think that's where you guys are currently. And that's where the blockage comes in anyway, right? So, yep, you need something that allows for a sense of fairness, right? If it feels like there's an equal give and take, like the work that you put in matches what you're getting paid, right? That's a good fit. Anything past that or 49.49, What does that up to? 1313. It's giving death and reverb. Death and rebirth vibes. Reverb. I might have to hit up my son. Because it's giving me like there's a Fender amp that's called the reverb. I'm gonna have to contact him, especially as I see this energy and he happens to have fire in his chart. Knight of Wands. Now remember, a little while ago, it was like, if we see the Knight of Wands, I don't know how I feel about that. But like in this case, I'm like, it's given, go after what makes you passionate and happy. Yeah. And there will be something worth celebrating. Three of Cups. I also kind of just picked up on you might get like a hint from a friend. So pay attention to those who you have in your friend group. They might know something. Something like in terms of like, people to reach out to or something like that. Be mindful of that energy because, it's like one of those, each one kind of things. Like either they have a network of people that they know who can help you or something like that. The other thing I'm picking up on is there might be something that they can literally like help teach you about. Like if there's something that you don't know how to do or you're interested in and they're in that field, they might be able to kind of, give you some hints and advice on that in that regard. Let me know if that makes any sense. So with that said, that concludes the tulip reading. So now we're gonna move on to the fire. I have only one burning desire. Doom, 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 doom. And I just said something about fire energy, so there could be a little bit of a segue. I'm telling you, there's like a continuum probably with these readings. Like those of you who started from the beginning and are watching it throughout, you might have messages that stand out even if you didn't pick that emoji. Just saying, it does happen a lot with these types of readings. Let's see. First things first, let's record the time for the fire reading. So let's see. 52:15 is where we're going to say. 52:15 for the fire crew. Those of you who picked that fire emoji, this is going to be your reading. And we are going to read from sorry, I'm hearing a message at the same time as I'm trying to prep. My apologies. Yeah, I'm getting like a message at the same time too. I heard slide. Like I know that's it's very cryptic. It's like what? Okay, slide. What's the importance of that? I don't know yet. But I heard slide, and then I also heard landslide, and then I started to hear the song by Fleetwood Mac that's called Landslide. I don't know if any of you guys are Fleetwood Mac fans. If you are, this could really be your message. Because I'm getting something interesting there. But I heard slide. Just the word though, like not with anything associated with it. Just the word slide, like in a whisper. Slide. I don't know what that means. All right, so we're gonna tap in. I'm gonna do some shuffles, and then yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with those who picked the fire emoji. Hopefully, it's something that resonates. And again, as these messages are coming out, I hope they resonate. And if they do, definitely hit that like button. And if they don't, check out the other ones too. You never know. Sometimes it's just, not picking one that's like really aligned with where you're at right now. Our intuition can be a little bit off when we try to pick one. And, sometimes picking another one could be, the ticket. And in other cases, it could be all of them that actually resonate. So, it's only 3 messages. So it's not like it's like, a whole bunch of information to digest. You definitely could, stick around and watch the others if you want. All up to you. We'll do a couple more shuffles. And we're going to answer all the same questions like we did before. out that old energy. Get it nice and fresh. All right, what we got? Five of Pentacles. So there could be something going on with finances. Possibly. Hey, she is. What is up? Hey, girl. Hey. I love to see my peoples popping in. So we do have, just on the bottom of the deck, though, you know, setting kind of a little bit of a tone, though. Five of Pentacles going on for those of you who picked the fire emoji. You could just kind of be going through, you know, some tough times in life right now. It could be feeling like left out in the cold. It could be from like a past relationship for some. For others, it could just be like going through like physical ailments or financial problems. Everybody's going to be going through different things in that regard. So, you know, only take the messages as they resonate. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. But that's what I'm picking up on so far. So let's see what's going on with those who picked the fire emoji. All right, Spirit. So to start, what has been frozen or stagnant for those who picked the fire emoji? Here are some most accurate messages, please and thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. Starting out your reading, guys. Four of Swords on the bottom. You guys are very defensive. Seven of Wands. I'm getting like you guys refuse to move. You refuse to take steps because yeah, you're holding back. You're for like the way that the deck split is split like that. As I'm trying to look at the middle, we have Four of Pentacles and then we have the Sun. It's like, you know, you want to be happy, and you damn sure will be if you allow it to happen. But there are certain aspects of yourself that you have to release a little bit. And I'm getting like there's this energy of, you know, staying still. You're like, if I just don't do anything at all, right? That's why the Four of Swords is here. If I just don't do anything at all, because this is somebody who's hasty. This is somebody who just does shit. They'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean? Do it. You ever, any of you guys ever watch Disenchantment? That's what I just saw. Lucy from Disenchantment. Do it. That's not you guys. Complete opposite. You're like, nope. Nope. I'm even getting like air sign energy possibly for some of you. Like you be like, hell fucking no, I ain't gonna do that shit. And you be stubborn in your ways too with it. Like, hell fucking no, I ain't doing that dumb shit. You be like, I don't act on emotion, I don't just act on passion and stuff like that. Because I know that's gonna lead me down a path that I wanna go. So then it keeps you like stuck instead. You'd be like, fuck that. And I don't blame you, honestly. Shit. Because you like, you know, you might have learned some lessons, some hard lessons in the past where you're like, I'm not about to go making no damn rash ass decisions and stuff like that to end up where? Hell fucking no. No thank you. That's what I'm picking up on. Again, I don't blame you. I'm trying to think now, like if I was picking any of these because I resonate with messages from all of them so far. But if I were to pick one of these, I probably would have picked fire just because I'm a fire sign. I say that loosely because like I'm a Sagittarius, but I don't act like one. So like I act more like a Gemini. I'm very like pragmatic. So I don't know, but I'm just getting like y'all be like fuck that shit. I ain't no thank you, and I don't blame you at all. So I almost feel like this is my own reading, but I gotta dial back because this is not technically my reading. Like there might be messages there for me because I'm the you know the reader, but no. This is about y'all, not about me. So I see what y'all trying to do, trying to read me. It's not about me. It's about them. We'll talk about this another time. So what is awakening now? Throat chakra. What's awakening now for those who picked that fire emoji? What is awakening? 59, 59 when I looked up. I am getting like peace and balance and like needing some changes. Like you might have to change certain things in order to find a sense of harmony and balance in your life at this time. Is what I just kind of picked up on. All right, so what's awakening right now? Fast movement forward. Why? Because you guys have been like, fuck that, I'm not doing shit. I will not do anything at all. I will remain inactive so I don't have to deal with any of the bullshit at all. And then I'm seeing like a little kid going like this. I'm not doing it. Very stubborn. Very stubborn. I'm even getting somebody might have Taurus in their chart. Let me know if that resonates. I'm getting like a stubborn little kid and like not rash decisions at all. Like just nope. Mm-mm. If it don't sit well with you, you're like fuck that shit. Mm-mm. Yeah. But see, the thing is, it's like there's it's all about balance, right? Remember I just said something about I felt balance and harmony. You have to be able to balance those characteristics because all of those things can come together in a very harmonious way, but you have to figure it out. You gotta figure out the formula, right? Like, a little couple of droplets of this and a little couple of droplets of that, because then you end up like this. The devil. You don't want to be stuck and bound in your circumstances because you're not willing to move forward. That's not good either, right? You don't want to be in that position. So yeah, close that out a little bit. Getting kind of, loosen the reins just a tad, right? Yeah. King of Cups. Yeah, so it's all balance, right? The King of Cups is somebody who is in most cases, yeah, somebody may have a list. In most cases, I have one. I talk about it sometimes on the channel. Like, I usually have it under control, but it does show up sometimes, especially if I'm talking too quickly. Um, so sometimes, it pops out and I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, you're see, the thing is, the King of Cups is technically like emotionally intelligent, but at the same time, it depends on where that energy is because high vibrational, yes, very, very balanced in that way. Otherwise, overly emotional or shuts down emotionally completely. So it depends, right? You gotta make sure it's not in a negative way. Hey, my girl. I emotions and stuff. Something's up with that. Oh, you're going live too. Yay. You know what? I'm sure I'll see your notification pop up. When I see it, I'm gonna pop on because I'm almost done with this reading. But thank you for popping in, and then maybe if you want, you could pick an emoji. Like at a later time, I'll have the timestamps and everything. If you want to watch it at a later time, you can. Love you, girl. I will say, please check out my sister over here, I Inspired Tarot, or Veronica. Love her. She's amazing. Like, will not be disappointed. So gift. Not only is she gifted, but she's so dedicated. Like this woman will go on live for like 6 hours doing personal readings for free. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like it's amazing. Like her and Lati from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. I'm just like, how the fuck do y'all do this shit? Like I have to like really push myself, and I'm working on it. And I'm just like, that's why I be like, listen, y'all, I have no problem with y'all being like, okay, well, I have to make a segue to their channel. Like, okay, you do what you gotta do because they good, they good, they good. Okay, them baddies over there, they good. They know what they do. Okay, so let's keep the momentum going because you know me, I get silly and stuff, and I just be, I just be in my happy place doing this. I love you guys. I love when my people pop up here. um, ah, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I definitely got to pop in then. Yeah, definitely. And then also just like reach out to me if you need to. You know, you are my sister after all. Because I'd be definitely hitting you up like, hey sis, I need to talk to you. So It's not one-sided, always reach out to me too if you ever need to converse about anything. All right, so we're gonna see what's the truth that's rising at this time. What's like rising up at this time for like to the surface for this particular group, those who picked the fire emoji. Thank you, Spirit. You guys know what you need to do. You know it. Six of Swords. You guys know what you need to do. It's like, listen, it's time to do some things. And it's going to be uncomfortable because I'm getting really stubborn ass people. And I get it because I'm the same way. Damn, I think this is my reading. Like, it's funny because you picked the fire emoji, so you would think it's like fire energy. Like, oh, I'm so fired up. I'm just going to do mad shit. And I'm just going to do whatever I see fit. And you guys are like, nah. It's like quite the opposite, right? Quite the opposite of that energy. It's like, you guys are very pragmatic people. You guys are really like, stuck in your ways, good and bad, right? It's like, nothing wrong with, being a little bit of a hard ass from time to time, but at the same time, don't get too caught up, is what Spirit's trying to say. Because it's like, listen, you don't want to miss any opportunities that are coming towards you by being like that with this Six of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah. Don't miss out on opportunities. Nine of Pentacles here. Go where you feel guided, of course, especially if it's about like your money and shit. There's something worth celebrating here. Three of Cups. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Like, I think you guys just like you have to allow things to kind of just happen. I'm kind of also getting like along with everything I already said, like I'm getting like this sense of like surrendering control a little bit. I would not be shocked if like the Hanged Man were to show up or something like that. Like something about like a sense of release, because like I'm also kind of getting, with you guys being so damn stubborn, um like I get it, I definitely do, but just don't be so stubborn because you're gonna miss out on things. I'm getting really headstrong. And trust me, I get it because I'm headstrong too. I'm a Taurus freaking north node, or sorry, south node. So like, no, sorry, north node. South node is my Scorpio, or I'm Scorpio, and what I'm trying to say, guys. I'm getting jumbled up too. Remember I said slide? It's almost like maybe when I was saying slide, or that's what I was hearing. I'm getting now. You know what I'm seeing right now? I'm seeing. Let me know if anybody plays dominoes with like their family or something. I'm seeing like the dominoes sliding across the table, and you guys are like, that is not how I want my life to be. Like taking that risk and just, hoping things is like kind of like fall where you want them to, because like you don't have no control in those situations, and it's like that's why I literally just saw it like a game of dominoes, like going like that with all the tiles, and just kind of get what you get. And when you don't know what the hell life is gonna give to you, you're just like, sir, X gonna give it to you, gonna give it to you, X gonna give it to you. Some of you guys might like DMX. Yeah, like I'm getting like, if you're one of those people who, I'm not making fun of at all, I promise you. I'm also getting somebody might be on the spectrum who picks this pile. And I promise you, I'm not making fun. I promise you. And the reason why I say that is because of that sense of stubbornness, but that sense of stubbornness also comes from, and rigidity as well. It comes from a sense of liking something that's solid and something that is about routine. Let me know if that resonates for anyone. I am picking up on that. Remember, I said I resonate with this fire one a little, even though I'm not. I mean, I'm a fire sign, but like the energy that's shown up in this for it to be the fire emoji. I don't feel like this is like fire energy at all. This feels completely opposite. Like it feels very like pragmatic. And anybody who knows anybody who's on the spectrum, that's usually the way it is. So it's like, I'm thinking of my students, and as I watch my students, I'm like, I've been like this my whole freaking life. Am I on the spectrum? Like, and now I'm like, oh, you are. you know, here I am at my big age of 40 and finally understanding, right? So yeah, before I go off too much because I always do. So what still needs to be released for those who picked the fire emoji? I really do hope this message reaches the right people who are meant to watch it. I feel like it doesn't have as much momentum as I was hoping, but it's okay. I know it's like during the week and stuff like that too, so it's like a hit or a miss. But nonetheless, right? Slow and steady. So I'm getting what needs to be released is maybe. All right, I'm getting a couple of messages, so bear with me. I think the main thing I'm getting is like I'm getting rigidity, like a lack of motion because of the fact that you're like, absolutely fucking not. Yeah, you get in your head, you think too much. 7 of Cups, right? Like you think too much, and it's like, there could be a light being shed upon that with the Sun card. I'm not even picking up on like happiness with this. I'm getting like this is like you're realizing, wow, I might be a little too rigid, and I need to like. I just heard "Spice Up Your Life" by the Spice Girls. Let me know if you guys are Spice Girls fans, but that's what I just heard. People will spice up your life, every boy, every girl, spice up. Like I hear that very, very clearly. So somebody might be a Spice Girls fan. It's a good one. Yeah, the Hermit. Again, like laying low too much. And it's like you can't stay in that energy too long because it's like if you stay there, you're gonna keep yourself stuck. So it might be a time to be a little bit more, like let go of the reins a little bit of your life and say, I'm just gonna go for it. But it's okay to be thoughtful, but just don't keep yourself, holding yourself back because you're like too rigid. Is what I'm kind of getting. I hope that makes sense. I also realize it's like one of the favorite things I say. I hope that makes sense. No, because sometimes I feel like I don't explain things well, and I'm just like, because I get in my head and I'm like, and I'm just like, me being on the spectrum myself, and I'm just like, did anything I just say make sense? Like when I write things, that's one thing I'm good at. I'm really good at written expression, but like when it comes to verbal expression, not so much. And I can acknowledge that about myself. I'm really bad at verbal expression. So like, you know, when I'm on here, that's part of the reason why I think I have a hard time going live. Like I love what I do, but like I'm like, okay, well, what if like my delivery is off or something like that? Like, but I'm always up for feedback. If I talk too much and things like that, I'm up for accepting criticism as long as you're not like a jerk about it. You have to be kind to one another. um but nonetheless, let's see. So what growth is about to begin for those who picked the fire emoji? What growth is going to start to begin? I love you too. I love you guys, like across the board. I really do. All right. So the growth that's beginning. This is an interesting card for this to come out. I think you guys are maybe gonna start realizing because we have the 4 of Cups, and I'm gonna explain why I'm feeling what I'm feeling and seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So what I'm kind of getting, oh, thank you, blessings. I love you guys. You guys are so sweet. You guys are the best. Um, what I'm picking up from here as we're asking this particular question is I think you guys are going to start to realize that even like in that place of dissatisfaction, because that's what that card represents, you know, you look at those three cards that that person is focused on, right? There's not like they feel like those cups are just empty. Like they feel like there's nothing there. They're just like, whatever. And literally on her shirt it says, over it. And she's just like feels very dissatisfied. But then you look at that other cup right there, right? That's the hand of the Most High offering something. So I think that what Spirit is trying to say is like, as you realize, even when things don't always go the way that you want them to go, and things feel like, you know, you feel that sense of dissatisfaction, you feel the stuck energy and all that stuff. It's like if you understand that there are blessings upon blessings happening at the same time, especially behind the scenes, like I feel really drawn to this card actually. Like just don't give up your faith is what I'm kind of getting here. It's very easy to lose sight on what's happening when you're stuck on the, oh, what coulda, shoulda, bit, coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of stuff. And it's like, when you start to understand, like, okay, those things, they've happened already. Let it go. It is what it is. And then you start to appreciate the lessons and things like that behind all those, situations. There are blessings upon blessings always happening for us. I'm gonna say us because I really am resonating probably with this particular reading the most. All of them I resonated with a little bit on my own accord, but like this one I think is like if I were the one that had picked an emoji for myself, this is probably the one that was for me. Um, so with that said, there's blessings always happening. We just don't always recognize it. Hey Lati, what's up? Yeah, I'm almost done. Um, yeah, so recognizing the blessings that are constantly happening and don't lose sight of that. And when you recognize the beauty of all the things that you've been through, rather than being in this place of, fuck this, you know what I mean? Oh, woe is me, you know what I mean? Like that's when you start to kind of see things kind of happening, It could have happened kind of slow, but it's happening nonetheless, right? So that's what I'm getting with that one, considering that they're saying where's the growth going to begin. It's like once this, even though the question is where, I'm getting it's gonna be more like when, even though I specifically did ask. Yeah, there's gonna be a sense of balance happening. Yeah, balance is gonna start to happen once you, and that's where you're gonna see like a forward trajectory happening too. Yeah, especially like for some of you, it could be work related because this was like a very like open message here for those who picked the fire sign. I mean not the fire sign, but the fire emoji. Like it's not as concrete as other ones. This one is a little bit more nuanced. And I am getting for sure that, they're just letting you know, see the blessings in your life. And, stop, holding yourself back by being so like, you know, I heard the word stoic. That's not the word I'm looking for, but like they're like, stop being just so like such a hard ass where you just don't allow for things to happen naturally. You're like, nope, I'm gonna avoid that. I'm getting big time avoidance. Getting big time avoidance energy for this group here. Okay, so how can those who picked this particular emoji, how can they align with this next cycle or phase that's about to happen for them? Whoa. Well, there you go. It came out crossing. It says, you guys are your teeter. I just said, get on your good foot. Or not said, but I heard. I heard, get on your good foot. The thing is it came out crossing because you gotta get on your good foot. I feel like you guys don't trust your own self, like your own. I'm getting you don't trust your own instincts and stuff like that. My phone's about to die. Let me charge it. I thought I put this up. I mean, plugged it in, but I did not. Let's see. Got more than one cord over here. Bear with me, friends. All right. Sorry. Yes, there we go. But yeah, get on your good foot is what I just heard. Yeah, there's this sense of, having a lack of faith and trust maybe within yourself, and that might be why you pull yourself back when it comes to making choices. You're like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Like you're like you barely want to put your toe in the water because you're like, I've been burned before. I don't think I want to do that again. Like you made mistakes and stuff like that. But remember, our mistakes help us learn and grow. So don't let your mistakes completely, deter you from making, choices and decisions, right? This is a time to say, okay, well, I learned something from that. I just won't repeat that mistake. But, I won't keep holding myself back from moving forward, is what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, right? Just make calculated, choices in the process. Three of Wands. Be calculating about it. Like, don't go being, silly about it. Don't be all willy nilly with your decisions. But there's nothing wrong with, going out there, right? Balance, you know, balanced, temperance. Um, weigh it out. Like, okay, well, if I do this, da da da, do this, da da. Okay, how can I put myself in like that middle ground, that safer space where I feel comfortable with my decision? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. For some of you, this could stem back really far, like even like childhood with this Page of Cups in the middle of the deck. Let me know if that resonates. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get one more card from here for the individuals who picked the fire emoji. I do hope that these messages resonated. I know that, it was a little bit of a slow start. It picked up a little bit later. But no worries. I know like, it changes day to day. um I might have to just, figure out like a better system or something for myself when it comes to posting and things. But nonetheless, I just hope that no matter what, like I always, reach the right audience. That's all that matters to me. So slowly but surely I'm getting there. And I also have to be more consistent. I know. Like if I want to be as if I want to be with the cool kids club, aka my girls, Tears and Wheat Tarot show, and Aya Inspired Tarot. Check them out. If I want to be with the cool kids, I have to get my shit together. So they inspire me constantly. We got the Wheel of Fortune here. So I am getting this energy that, the wheel is turning in your favor. That showed up. That energy showed up for actually all the piles, or emojis or whatever. Yeah, keep on working. Right. I heard keep on trucking. You know, and don't deceive yourself. Seven of Swords. I feel like that's you guys deceiving yourselves. Like, don't don't do that. you know, it's okay to like allow yourself to be a little bit like, on the fence sometimes here and there with this Four of Swords. You're resting, you're healing, you've been through some shit, right? We could see that you've been working on yourself, but don't let all that hard work go to waste by allowing yourself to stay stuck. I hope that makes sense. All right, so I was thinking about doing a quick last little message just for the collective, those who are still here or who end up watching at a later time, and stick around or whatever. So let's see. I'm gonna clear out that energy from the fire one. This is gonna be very quick. Like this, when I say quick, I mean quick because I have to check out my girls now. So I'm gonna read from the Moonology deck, and this is just gonna be a quick little collective for those of us who are maybe still feeling that full worm moon energy. It just sounds so weird saying it. Like I can't even like get it off of my tongue like properly. But like I know what it is. It's just like. But yes, I was given a quick synopsis earlier of what that energy is, and it's just about like this energy of there's a little bit of like emotional like purging. There's a sense of clarity, and it's like about giving birth to something new in creation. Reason being is because the the ground is being thought out. So the things that were like dormant or dying and stuff like that, now we're giving creation to something else. Literally, like at one point in time, farmers used this particular moon phase as something that allowed them to be able to say, "Oh, this is time for me to, work on my crops," right? So this is something that is still holding true even now energetically. So with that said, we're gonna look into it really quick. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna do maybe like two or three cards from here, two or three cards from the tarot, and then like an advice piece, and that'll be it. If you want to stick around, it's up to you. Has nothing to do with the emojis themselves, but actually maybe I should write that down to like bonus collective reading. Um, 126. Oh, 5. Okay. So yes, we're gonna do a little quick collective message. And yeah. So I reshuffled this deck, I cleared out the space, and let's just see what's going on with the collective as a whole. What you guys might need to know at this time. Let's get 3 from here. And I do greatly appreciate you guys for being around and being supportive through this, because I'm still trying to like figure out little things that I can do to keep people feeling invested in the channel. I'm trying to figure it out slowly but surely. We're finding little things here and there, and I'm just like, okay, this seemed like it was something. So just trying to figure it all out. I know, like, mixing it up is a good way. um so we'll see. But I would love for you guys to maybe even get feedback, like the things that you would like me to read about and stuff. You can say it right here and stuff like that if you want, if you feel comfortable. In the comments later to do so as well when I post it up. Oof, this one's, I heard buttery fingers. This one does not want me to let it be seen. We have emotions are running high. Exactly. I said something about an emotional purge, right? Hey, Michael, how are you? Thank you for sending love and light, sending it right back your way too, bud. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. Um, so yeah, emotions are running high, and it makes all the sense in the world. Like there's an emotional purge happening for a lot of people, and I did mention that before. So, um, it doesn't say Pisces on there, but I'm definitely getting Pisces energy for some reason. I just keep picking up on that. Ren, don't start your shit. I think she's a Pisces. Right. I think she's a Pisces. I thought she was a Taurus for a long time. I'm like, she's stubborn as hell. But I'm like, she could be on the cusp or something, because I don't know her actual birthday. I was saying a little while ago, I'm like, I don't know her birthday. But this little mofo over here, she one or the other. I would not be I would not be shocked if she is on the cusp, though. I should ask my cards. Um, you're very close to achieving your goal. Give us moon. I think no, we're in a what's it called? Officially right now we're in a not gibbous moon. We're in a waning moon, I believe, right now. Officially. Because this energy has already passed, but this the energy we're looking into right now with this full moon, this energy technically can persist for about a week. So we still feel it. It's still happening. And it makes a lot of sense, because I'm like, damn, my students are like across the fucking program. I'm just like, wow, these kids are going fucking nuts. What is happening? And I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that before. They be all joking like, oh, it must be a full moon. And then they be acting a damn fool. Love them though. Our babies. All right. Let's get one more from here, Spirit. And we're going to look into some tarot for the collective. Thank you. All right. Step out of your comfort zone. North node. Follow your north node. Look into your birth chart. There's 4 people and 11 likes. It's giving me like information, right? 411. What is that information? So There could be some information that is within your natal chart, as I just picked up on, that could be very important and significant for you when it comes to kind of figuring yourself out a little bit more, especially figuring out, like, what it is that you're kind of called and meant to do at this time. Especially like your overall calling, and life purpose is what I'm kind of getting. Look into it. I'm even getting South Node. It's not here, but like, your South Node is about the things that, is kind of behind the scenes, that kind of also are, motivating factors too. You have to kind of know both. Hence why we always talk about integration when it comes to our light and our dark shadow work. So what do we have here on the bottom? Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Mm-hmm. Yep. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Yeah, so I'm getting like stay motivated, stay driven when it comes to what it is that you've been guided to do. Hold, thank you, Spirit. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation, right? Don't lose sight on what it is that you're meant to do. All right, so I'm going to use this deck because I just feel kind of inclined to do so. Why not? For a quick little 3 card spread, we're going to do Ren, cut it out. We're going to do maybe, I want to do this. Current, incoming, no. Let's do recent past, current, and future. Let's do that. I think that would be most suitable. Um, I do hope that the messages have been resonating between the pick and emoji readings and even this quick little collective message too. Ren, stop it. You're not going in grandma's room. Stop. Wheel of Fortune. Every single reading that I did tonight. So between the 3 readings initially and then now this one, that wheel is turning, man. I just heard wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps me yearning. Some of you guys might be Journey fans. I love Journey. I've done that song for karaoke a few times. All right. Yeah, cut the shit, Ren. Go get some air. I opened the window. Um, what's the recent past energy for the collective? Six of Pentacles is here. So again, going back to like that equal give and take, right? I do get this energy of, yeah, you guys are fucking exhausted because you keep on putting all this energy into the things that just thanks blessings. Um yeah, you guys keep on putting in this energy into the things that just don't serve you. And it's like, and this has been a theme for a bit, right? So we really gotta pick up our pace, man. I heard quicken. Quicken. Quicken our step a little bit when it comes to stepping aside from these situations, because I mean, granted, this is recent past energy, so that could be indicative of something positive. um Queen of Pentacles here. Some of you could have Earth in your chart, or it could be saying that you guys, because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded, but at the same time she's also very generous. So, and this card also could represent generosity. So for some of you, you might be realizing, oof, I've been just over giving too much. um I'm getting, you're recognizing that. You don't want people keep taking advantage of you, is kind of what I'm getting here. So and that's why emotions run high, because like if you care about people and circumstances, situations, or whatever in your life, it's very difficult to just like pull your energy back because you've poured into it so much already, right? So it's like Spirit's just saying, look, be just mindful and cognizant of what you've been pouring yourself into. How do you expend your energy, right? Hope that makes sense so far. All right, Spirit. So what is going on currently? That's the case for the collective. What's going on currently? Thank you. You do have the devil here. I don't like that. But we're gonna look into the surrounding energy. All right, the sun. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I'm getting it now. I'm getting the message. 10 of Cups on the top, middle of the deck. What we got? 7 of Cups. So there's confusion and a lot of confusion. Like there's the current energy for a lot of you who end up resonating with this, and that's why emotions are running high. A lot of this has to do with the fact that there's choices that need to be made, and you recognize this now with that Sun card. There's illumination on this. There are people and situations in your life that surround you, especially when it comes to family, that is a hard decision to make because you know that you have to do something and you don't want to. And it's like it's giving me like it's a painful choice, but it's something that has to happen because yeah, 2 of Pentacles there. Yeah, definitely about family. So you know what's funny? My boyfriend right now, he's texting me because he's mad at his daughters. So he might end up popping in any second. I could see that happening. He's showing me before and afters of before he cleaned up his house on his day off, mind you, and after. And he's so frustrated with his daughters because he's like, "How do I live with girls and they don't take care of the fucking house?" Sorry, baby, if I'm putting your business out there, but they. Um, he's like, how? Like, make it sense. So he just sent a bunch of before and after pictures just now. That's what you keep hearing, like the buzzing. So there could be something related to family. And just saying, don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, family is something, man. Like, when they get comfortable and complacent and shit, like they just like prime example. Listen to this. Was it yesterday? Yes. It sure enough was yesterday. I was at work. My brother had the nerve to text me. And I was so mad, and my coworkers were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm annoyed." And they were like, "What happened?" And I'm just like, "Look at this shit." And I screenshotted it and sent it to my mama too. My brother had the nerve to send me a text message talking about some soda question mark because he loves soda. He's addicted to that shit, and we don't really want him drinking that, but he's addicted to it. I mean, can't really do anything about it, right? So it's like, but the audacity, the fucking audacity to sit there, not now mind you, he's legally blind. I'm gonna put air quotes around that. He's legally blind and supposedly can't see, but he was able to fucking text me soda question mark. Nigga, what? No, let me stop. Nigga, what? Nigga, who? Let me stop. I'm like, this is some shit. Man, listen. Man, listen. Family is something. I'll tell you that real quick in a fucking heartbeat. All right, let me finish this up because I know that Aya just went on, so I really want to check her out. Um, but yeah, fucking audacity. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, who? All right, one more from here, Spirit. What's the likely outcome? Thank you. Yeah. Gotta, you gotta let that load go, man. You gotta let that load go. That 10 of Wands right there. Shit. Figure it out. 7 of Pentacles, I mean 7 of Swords rather, is usually like a deceptive energy. I'm not necessarily getting deception per se, but there could be just like this, they know how to pull your heartstrings kind of thing. And it's like that causes you burden. They make you feel like you're stuck and like you have to do things a certain way. And yeah, no. And for some of you, it could even be a friend too. Yep, absolutely not. Not doing that anymore. So with that said, um, I'm about to close this out because I do see that my folks have skedaddled because they made their way over to our girls page or channel rather, Aya Inspired Tarot. So Aya spelled Aya, Inspired Tarot. Thank you for sticking around. I love you. But yeah, I know how it goes. Like everybody wants to be there for everybody, and it's hard sometimes to like be there for all of our folks. Or people also have other shit going on, or the message is like okay, chop it. Yeah, I can read the room. So with all that said, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I do hope that you guys got something out of this message. I am about to do the timestamps when I post this up. And you guys can watch, whatever your particular message was at another time or whatever, if you didn't get to catch it, or you're watching at a later time or whatever. So I love you guys. And until next time, maybe tomorrow, you never know. I've been doing a little bit better with that. So I love you guys. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Until next time. Mwah. Bye. And thank you for my moderators. You guys are the real MVPs. I love you guys. Bye, lovies. Right? You want to say hi? You want to say bye? Yeah, it's too late now. Oop, sorry. I don't know what I just did there. I was talking to Ren. I'm like, hey, you want to say bye?